Well, today is the first day of the rest of your life. How many times have you heard that before? Now, I have a card that came out today called the Cloud of Unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown, surrender to the mystery, and embrace the sacred within. Today is a brand new day. Every morning you wake up, it's a brand new day. It's something could really change in that day, or things could stay the same, depending on what you choose, okay? So, the cloud of unknowing. We're embracing the unknown today. So, because I know the unknown is difficult to handle, it's difficult to surrender to something that you can't even see. So let's give you a little bit of direction, shall we? What is your day going to hold? We have the winter solstice, reflection, pause and rebirth. Now, I don't know about you, wherever you are in the world, but where I am currently in England, it feels autumnal today. It feels like autumn is going to hit us quite quickly, that it's going to come in quite quick. So you may be feeling today like you just want to chill, like you just want to be cozy, relax, spend time maybe at home. You may want to cancel plans. So if you were thinking about cancelling plans today, then this could be your confirmation to go ahead and do that. Do something for you. Because I feel like I'm talking to someone that spends a lot of time, or has in the past, you would basically suffer yourself, or if you're tired or not feeling great, you would still go out to be there for someone else, which is lovely. That's a great way to be. But this is a time now for you to really honor your needs, and if that is rest, if that is reflection, if that is like, I can't talk right now, I need to just be by myself, then go for it. Doors has been a really popular rune lately, and it's one that has always been in my life when there's an action to be taken. It's always been the rune I've worked with at the beginning of a course, or if I'm starting out on a new challenge that I've set myself. So you may be challenging yourself right now. You may be saying September is the month I'm going to, and then fill in the blanks. So I see that even though right now you may be in this contemplation stage, there is action about to be taken. But for some of you, it feels too chaotic, or it feels like it's going to cause too much disruption. So there may be fear around it. But Sir Willow is suggesting that there is a lot behind this, a lot of power behind this. Now, Sir Willow is connected to the sun, and I always love this rune because it's there about, bringing light to a situation, bringing healing to a situation. Some of you may actually be struggling physically. That could be like aches and pains, things like that. Sir Willow is actually a rune that can help to heal those physical pains. And it's a bit like putting a hot water bottle on your back if you have a sore back, that kind of thing. So if that's how you're feeling right now, then it's definitely telling you to cozy up, get something warm around you, especially if you've got a cold coming or something like that, because that's what I'm kind of picking up on here. So it's almost like you're ready to take some kind of action here. You're thinking about it, but something's kind of put you off your feet. Something's making you pause and reflect right now, even though you're feeling like, but I really want to. Now, the reason this is happening is because there's some kind of an emotional block going on here. The reason you can't take this action right now is because you need to understand and allow this emotion to come through. The reason they're saying that is because if you don't, it's going to come up in an ugly way later on down the line. It will come through in resentment later on. So let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle is trying to say to you around this as well. I feel like I keep getting this. You may have seen a hare recently, not like a hare, but like an animal hair. You may have seen a hare recently, and it could have like spooked you or made you feel like, was that an omen? Was that like a message for me? And I feel like for some of you, yeah, it is. It's about like this new fertile stage that's coming in for you. But also hares can be quite feisty. So it's something about that being prepared to fight, but finding your peace. Now, the cosmic womb, the divine feminine, is coming out on here, which is number 6, which is the number of the lovers. So it can be about making choices. And this is about you following your intuition. So there's a lot in here about, I feel you have the choice. You could go and take action now, but have you reflected enough? this is what it's asking you. It's like, discern that. Make sure that you discern that, because if you don't, then you might find that it does cause problems a little bit later on down the line if we haven't resolved everything that needs to be resolved. I'm getting really itchy down my right side. So I feel like this could be, especially if you are the cosmic womb right now, if you are the divine feminine, I feel like you are itching to say something to a masculine here. You're itching to sort of bring forward some kind of intention, but there's too much emotion behind it. And because there's too much emotion behind it, there's a fear that it's going to kind of come out wrong. It's going to be not the way that you actually intended it to be, which could be difficult. So I see you stuck at this crossroads of like, what do I do? How do I go about this? You're feeling a little bit vulnerable at this point. Now, for some of you, this could be that you've got some information to tell a masculine and you're afraid of telling them. That could mean that you are perhaps pregnant, or perhaps you are wanting to break up with them, but you don't want to tell them. Oh, okay, I don't feel like you are wanting to break up with them. You want to deepen into a situation here. Now, this could be whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. But there is a desire to deepen into a connection here and to create some change. Now, for some of you, this is stepping into a whole new relationship or a whole new situation. You're ready for it, or you feel you're ready for it. But there's still that bit of like, let your emotions flow, because your intuition will guide you from that point. You need to bring things into flow, because there's something, the reason it's blocked is because you haven't resolved that yet. You are looking for this change, and it will come. But I see this happening more in October, not just yet. So you may have to wait a little bit. But this is something that you are trying to manifest. This is an intention that you have set, and it is about to be realised. It is going to come in. But it's going to take the month of September, I feel, for reflection, for staying in your lane, and kind of putting a plan together, really, like letting things click into place. Now, there won't be any conflict around this. I feel like there's a fear in you that there will be, or that there's going to be some kind of issue here. There isn't. And if you thought there was any competition around this as well, there isn't. There's no competition. Let me just see. Okay. Now, the masculine in this situation is not feeling very confident, especially materially or financially, I feel. And there's something about an insecurity to do with that. So that could be causing a lot of insecurity. So if you're the feminine watching this and your question is about a masculine, it's not to do with you that they're being quiet and reflective. It's to do with their situation, their material situation. But it will be resolved. And I'm getting within the next 6 weeks. So this is not going to be a long time that you're going to feel pushed out in the cold or anything like that. But yeah, I see you making this action, taking this action around like in the next 6 weeks. Now that kind of brings you into about the middle of October. Something very special and magical is going to be happening here. And it requires you to really work at it. So I feel like, again, that's something maybe in the subconscious, that there's a knowing that it's going to take work. It's not just going to fall in your lap. And it just feels like this is something that you really, really do want. But there are fears around it as to like, can I stay in this energy? Can I stay as this person that I am, that I'm liking? It's almost like you feel that something's going to be taken away from you, or that you're not going to be able to keep up with it. But you've got to know this is the true version of you. It's not going anywhere. It's not like it was before. You're not putting a mask on. You're not pretending. This is authentically as things are. But you seem to think that people think you're sneaky. It's like you assume that people think that about you, or that you are up to something. But they're saying, like, don't worry about that. Like, stop being defensive over it. Just, yeah, protect yourself, but find your peace. Definitely find your peace. But I see that something around October time is going to come into a foundation and be much more stable. Now, if this resonates with you, drop me a DM. I'd love to go into it deeper. Have a blessed day.